18 months. Woo. Woo. She had the first Buick Regal, known as the premier car today, the Equinox, in the entire San Francisco Bay Area, and is a charter member of that program. Since then, she has been in a Cadillac since 1980. That's over 36 years of no car payment and or insurance. She's been all over the world, compliments of Mary Kay, from places like Monte Carlo to Tahiti, from Hawaii to Greek islands, cruises to Venice to Italy, being her favorite, with over 30 worldwide free trips, along with her husband too. Free. As a director, she was in the top 10 of her seminar 8 times, top 10 in the nation, and #1 in California. As a director, she was recognized twice as a $1 million sales director, 3 times in the Circle of Excellence, and 9 plus times in the Circle of Achievement. She was featured in the book, The Direct Options by Dick Bartlett, the president of the Direct Selling Association. As a national, she debuted in January 1993, 23 years ago, as a Mary Kay millionaire and a senior national sales director. She has 3 offspring nationals: Sherilyn Phillips, B. Millslegel, and Thea Elvin. She joined the prestigious Inner Circle her 3rd year as a national sales director, and has been in the Inner Circle every year since. That's 17 years in the Inner Circle. Hold on, I want to see your hands. Hold on. As a national, she has earned over $12 million, with her highest earning in 1 calendar month of over $90,000. Last year, her national organization did over $30 million in retail sales. If you're in the Anton national area, that means you. All right. She is an international NSD with members of her organization in Mexico, Korea, Philippines, Canada, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. So she's international. All right. She's currently ranks as the #1. #1. There's more. You're #1. And she's a member of the exclusive 500,000 NSD Diamond Circle 7 times. She, of all those honors, she's most treasured by being named Miss Go Give in December of 1988, which is a prestigious position, a co-appointed position. Carol has been married to my handsome brother, her handsome husband, for 41 years, Mike, who took early retirement from his teaching and coaching at high school. Early retirement. Together they have 2 daughters, 38 and 36, and 3 granddaughters, and a brand new, like a week and a half old, new grandson. And we're so excited about that. And now, ladies, I want you to meet your national, the #1 national in all of Mary Kay, Carol Anton!
As enthusiastic as you are?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So exciting. You know what's so exciting about that? Tell me your name again, because I was
Corinne.
Corinne. Okay, Corinne. Is because you are a pace setter. Like a lot of the people in this room were looking at you going, oh, I want to do that too. I want to do that too. And they were also, a lot of them were going, yeah, that's so exciting for you. And never even had that thought. But the ones that had that thought of, I'm so excited for you, but I want to do it too. How many of you were that? See? And you've set a pace now. And that is an exciting place. It's kind of like our responsibility to our dream. It's our response to God's ability to follow our dream, because every single one of us in our life has an assignment on our life. That's why you were born.
Yes.
You know, you're not just taking up space. You're not just, you know, it's not just exchange day, getting the money at your job and paying your bills. It's not just about that. It's about an assignment that you have. And the greatest news about Mary Kay Cosmetics is you have a chance, you have a vehicle to be able to discover that assignment. And the more you lose yourself in helping other people, the more you lose yourself in making a difference, the more you will find yourself, and the more you will be in tune to whatever that assignment is. Whether it's changing lives, whether it's contributing, whether it's supporting, whatever it happens to be. But I am here to tell you, I've never seen an unhappy working consultant. Unhappy thinking consultant. I've never seen an unhappy working consultant. So thank you for setting that pace, for working the dream and being diligent to your assignment, unbeknownst to you that you even had one. But for whatever reason, you got caught up in the work of changing lives, making a difference. And so good for you, because you have already begin, not just because I think it's great that we have a goal that includes team building, but in addition to that, you've also begun to change other people's lives in the process of. So yes, you have a goal, but it's a win-win. You change lives, you think about her agenda first, and then your agenda will be taken care of. So that would be a really great tip for success. Anyway, welcome today. I'm so excited to be here. I was thinking on my drive here, I go, isn't this so interesting? Like, people will show up today that, I mean, this is a volunteer army. Right? Like, people will show up today because they want more, and then other people will stay home because something will get in their way. You know, when it might be really justifiable, you know, in terms of what their rationalization is, but rationalize is just rational lies.
Oh.
And so here's what I will rationalize. You know, I have my daughter's softball game. I have, it's my husband's birthday party. You know, I don't have childcare. You know, there's a ton of them. Well, you know what? I say those three because that's my daughter today. She's throwing a party for her husband's 40th birthday with 120 people coming. Wow. She just had a baby a week ago, a week and 2 days ago. She doesn't have childcare. Her daughter has a softball game at 8 o'clock this morning. She left, and the next one leaves at 9 o'clock this morning. So guess what she's doing today? In addition to planning this party, we stayed at hours and that done, is she's on the phone and working her business because she still does have a nursing baby and felt it wasn't really a good idea to bring him here, but she's in her office working this morning, diligent to her assignment for the few hours that she's given because she manages her time. So I want to just share with you some of the things that have happened to me in the last 41 years in the hopes of inspiring you and helping you to build your businesses. And if you don't have a dream yet, I want you to know one of the biggest things that made a difference for me was my why. And so if you're taking notes, write that down. Why did you sign up? What was it for? Was it really to leave your job? Why? I mean, you have nice people that will keep you. I mean, it pays the bills. What is it about that you don't like? Is it that you don't like getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and you'd rather get up at 10? I mean, what is it about why you don't like your job? Recognize that first. Is it that you're not making enough money? Is there more month left over at the end of the money? So it's got to be so strong that it's an emotional reason. I mean, it's an emotional connection to something that's greater than what you already have. See, because it's just kind of a little cute little thing to say, I want to quit my job. Well, actually, no, you really don't, because you're not working hard enough to quit your job. So really, maybe you really don't want to quit your job, but it sounds good. So think about if that's really a why. And it may not be, and that's okay too. There, by the way, are directors who do have another full-time job who have earned Cadillacs. So they're top directors. And it's because they didn't really want to quit their job. They just learned how to work 2 full-time jobs. Do I recommend that? Have at it. You know, kudos to you, because I ain't gonna work that hard in my life. I'd rather those other 40 hours play. you know, because I like to make money and play with it. You see what I'm saying? So you have to decide your reason. Now, for me, it was very significant in that my mom died when I was 19 years old, and I became a Mary Kay consultant when I was 22. And one of the things that tripped my trigger was I wanted Mary Kay to know who I was. Because I didn't have a mom that knew who I was anymore. There was nobody that I could share with all my successes or, you know, or challenges. So I worked to have Mary Kay know who I was. Now, what if I hadn't have become a Mary Kay consultant? What other vehicle would I have had? Oh, I shudder to think where I would be in my life today if I didn't have the support system of Mary Kay Cosmetics. Of people who applaud you you saw that, applaud you on your way to success, right? People who encourage you to go the next round. People who are wanting more for you than you even may want for yourself. And they're willing to work hard and get in your face over it, right? And so I think, wow, and then the first time that Mary Kay ever acknowledged me, I thought, oh, you know, she says that to everybody. And then I remember another time when she actually sent me a postcard, handwritten, a whole thing, postcard, and I remember saying to one of the national sales directors at the time, her name was Gail Gaston, and I said, oh yeah, and I got this postcard from Mary Kay, but it was like handwritten, so she said, oh, believe you me, Mary Kay knows who you are. And I went, that's cool. And I was a top director at that time. So from signing up to becoming a top Cadillac $1 million director, that was a driving force for me. What's a driving force for you? It's important to know your why because it will drive you. It's got to be more than even sometimes a dream. It's got to be a force within you. I'll tell you, initially, before I knew that that I wanted Mary Kay to know who I was, I signed up so that I could buy my husband a boat. He loved to fish, and I thought this would be really great. It would be so cool to buy him a boat and go, well, I did that. And because he wasn't really excited about becoming a Mary Kay consultant, he thought, oh yeah, sucker born every day, they sure saw you coming, right? And so I thought, well, I'll show him. Well, I never did buy him a boat. But it was a driving force for probably my first year in the business as I went from consultant to director. And I think, you know, I have a friend who just retired. Her name is National Sales Director Emeritus Jan Harris. And she has met these new friends in her community in Monument, Colorado. And they're all retired people from very high up CEOs of their companies and, you know, very acclaimed and astute business people. And what's interesting is these 4 couples and she and her husband get together once a month. And she begins to tell them the things that Mary Kay is doing. They said, oh wow, where's your next trip that you get to go? And she goes, well, we leave in May for Lisbon, Portugal. And we go on a cruise ship around the Mediterranean and we end up in Barcelona, Spain. And they go, wow. She goes, oh no, wait. And when I get off the first class ticket where the beds don't just go like, I'll take a nap, but the beds go all the way down, there is a signage waiting for me with my own limousine driver that says my last name. And they go, wow, that's so, no, it gets better. And I get on this cruise ship that I have a suite. Now, I don't know if you've anybody in this room ever been on a cruise? Yeah. Okay. How big are the bedrooms? About as big as this table? Well, her suite is probably, how big is this room? Square footage? 900 square feet? I think 1,100. Okay. Her suite is probably about 2/3 the size of this room right here. Like from those windows to maybe like say about here. Oh wow, really nice, huh? And they go, wow. She goes, oh no, wait, it gets better. And I have a butler that comes and he'll do parties in my room if I want, and you know, he does our ironing if we want, and our laundry, et cetera, et cetera. And they go, what company does that? And that is my theme for today. What company does that? Because does yours? And so it inspired me to just share with you a little bit about, now by the way, my suite goes from that room all the way to that room because it's about 1,200 square feet. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Who needs that much room? I do. I thought to myself, I don't know if I'll travel after Mary Kay because I'm so spoiled. Really? Do you know how much those tickets cost? Are you kidding me right now? Just the plane ticket itself was $7,500. One person, and we're going 2 people.
Wow.
Isn't that just amazing? And Mary Kay pays for it. Isn't it just amazing?
Yeah.
Now, I guess maybe I'm gonna do that once a year because
Never go on Carnival again.
then you start rationalizing. Well, the seats in coach still get you there. Yeah. It's the same airplane. You're just gonna get there 2 feet before you do. So I started thinking, what if I never signed up on Mary Kay with my agreement? And I'm telling you, I want to tell you all this because I want to inspire and insist that you get off your assets and you start to make things happen. Now, I know we have some brand new people in this room, right? And so I'm going to shoot you real straight. You can become a director literally in the next 3 months. Wow. You can become a director in the next 90 days, if that's your dream. And if your why is big enough to get you off your assets. Now, if you want to sit around and be part of the sorority and, make a little, hold one party a month, that's great too. Nobody is going to fire you because nobody hired you. You're your own boss. But I'm going to tell you this, if that is the case, then you have a hobby with Mary Kay. So recognize that, but just also recognize that hobbies cost you money. Anybody in this room have a hobby? Okay, well, it might be scrapbooking. It might be, is that what it is? It might be, I don't know. Exercise. Hobbies cost you money. So if Mary Kay is a hobby for you, be very clear with your husband that you are not going to really make a lot of money. It's going to cost you. Be very clear because he's going to be irritated by the fact that you're so excited and you're bringing home these ribbons and these trinkets and these prizes, but where's the money? Oh, no, I'm not doing Mary Kay to make money. I'm doing Mary Kay because I want to be part of the sorority. I love my life and I love having fun and I, that's all. Be very clear, and because husbands and men and significant others and spouses or spices, I don't care what they are, they want to see the money because money talks to men. Yeah. They're just logical. They're not quite as emotional as we are. So you need to be clear on that too, so that he's on board with you. Oh, got it. So you're gonna always, forever and ever keep your full-time job, and then you have a hobby with Mary Kay. Well, that was not the way that I wanted it to be, and so. When my husband said to me, well, what are you going to do now? Well, I don't know, maybe I'll do that Mary Kay thing. And I really had no intention of doing this, but when he said, what are you going to do now? I thought, oh, no, you don't tell me what to do. I will do this instead. So in the process of that, in the next 90 days of becoming a director, see, it's much simpler today than it was 41 years ago when we were Mary Kay consultants because they were still testing the waters. The company's only 52 years old, and they were still testing how to get it done. We were the pioneers. We took out our machetes and we carved it out. So it's so simple for you to get it done now, right? So here's all you have to do. Sign up 10 new beauty consultants. That's all. You could do that this month. People do it all the time. 10 women in your circle of influence who get started with their business. And I would recommend that you do that early in the month, say by the 10th of the month, so that you have the whole rest of the month for them to get their training done. And then they're feeling confident. And then on May 1st, you submit your card for directorship. And now all of them are excited to do what you're doing. And maybe about half of them have a new beauty consultant and you have 5 more. There's 10 more. You only need 24. You're up to 20 already. And you got 2 months. You got May and June to get it done. Do you see how simple it is? Yes. People make it overcomplicated in their head. Now, I didn't know all that now that it was going to get easier 41 years later, but I did know this, that it sounded exciting. I like to achieve. If you're a power and achievement kind of person, you like to achieve. If you're a make a difference kind of person in the world, you're a love and belonging kind of person, and you want, to make it be influential. If you're a safety and security kind of person, you want a secure step-by-step plan. If you like freedom and flexibility and you can call your own shots, if you want to, have fun and adventure, then whoop, calling your own shots and creating your own dreams, those are fun and adventure. But you gotta go to work. Work will win where wishing won't. And here's the work, right here. Because really, how really hard is it to book parties? The most interesting part is to get the leads, right? But your directors will teach y'all how to do that if you promise yourself that you will go to work to get it done. And I would love to celebrate. I know we have some red jackets in this room. Well, why not be on stage debuting as a brand new sales director at Seminar? Why not? Well, here's my what if. What if I didn't sign up when I was 19 years old and become, or when I was 22 years old and become a director in that first year and a half? What if? I went to school to be a teacher. I might be teaching school. Anybody a teacher here? Okay. Have you ever seen teachers wear Birkenstocks? With hairy legs? Could have been me. Could have been me. I probably wouldn't look quite as snappy in this designer suit for Mary Kay that's $1,000 suit, and shoes that are 4 inches high, and hair and fingernails and all that done at 64 years old. Probably, I think I look better than a lot of 64-year-olds. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Mary Kay has taught me. I'm not saying it's all about me. I'm just saying that Mary Kay has taught me about image to
It is.
your best self forward, because you are your billboard.
Amen.
Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, but for yourself. So you are your billboard. So I just shudder to think, what if? Wonder what I'd look like today. And then I think, I don't even think about that. What if I didn't sign up and Lexi, my daughter, the second one, who was 2 years old, had a brain tumor? And what if I had another job and I wasn't able to sit by her bedside for 2 straight weeks while she was in that hospital? Wonder if I'd have a job after that. What if I didn't have the support of Mary Kay and all the staff members and all the national sales directors sending me cards and letters just saying we're praying for her? What if Mary Kay would never have called me and said, do not leave her bedside? What boss tells you that? And I'm going to say a prayer for her. I'm going to stop by the chapel every day and say a prayer for her. Mary Kay personally called me and said that. What if I didn't have a company that supported me like that, with a culture and a community? Where would I be today? Because see, I didn't have a mom, and my dad died 10 years after her. And I had a sister who was 12 at this time, and brothers who were like 15 and 17, and then one older brother. I didn't really have a family. What if? And so, what if I didn't sign my Mary Kay Consultants agreement, and I didn't meet Mike, my husband, and recruit 15 family members, that many of you who are in their units wouldn't be here today. How many of you, just raise your hand if you're affiliated at all in the Anton area or in Bonnie's or Micah's or Nia's unit? Look.
Veronica.
Are they here? Oh yeah, Veronica. Oh, Veronica, there you are. Raise your hands again. And Melinda. Yeah, me. Look at all the hands in the room. You may not be here, or you might, but through somebody else. Who knows? I don't know what your life would be like. But I shudder to think about those family members who, gosh, some of them didn't even go to college. Would they have a job? But they got to pick their own job. And I think, wow, and then I've got a niece on my side of the family, lo and behold, who's actually a Mary Kay consultant, and a cousin who started her Mary Kay business when she was 65, retired after after she had another full-time job. And so I think, what if I have them from 18 years old to 65 years old in our family as Mary Kay consultants? What if I wouldn't have answered to my assignment? Because see, other people's dreams are attached to your dream. And when you choose a vehicle, and we've chosen Mary Kay, when you choose a vehicle where you get to be self-employed and call your own shots and make it fun and make it very lucrative and make a difference in the world, guess what? Other people might just capture a vision or want what you've got. So be diligent to the dream that you have. You decide. decide as a Mary Kay consultant, do you want to be in business? Do you want to really be in business? Because you got to open your doors for business then every single day. What would you think if you went over to a department store? I don't know, would you have Macy's, Nordstrom, et cetera, et cetera. And what if you walked in and went, whoa, they're going out of business because they just had a few things on their shelves. Well, what do your customers think about you? Is she in business or out of business? Are you married to this business or are you dating it? Because it will make a difference in the way you treat it. Somebody once said to me, if you will treat your Mary Kay business like you do a baby, and so that's so significant right now that I can relate to that. You nurture it, you coddle it, you hold it, you goo with it. Think about, you feed it, you change its diapers, you do all. Think about that. If you paid attention to your business like you do a baby, you would nurture it. Are you booking all the time constantly? Do you have 10 bookings on your books right now? How many of you do? Raise your hand. Okay, that's the first step. Good for you. That's the first step. Is to do not leave here today without making a decision that you will propel yourself. Because it's nobody's job to pump up your tires and blow out your fires. It's your job to do that for you. So promise yourself, don't leave here without making that decision and then go home and get it done this weekend. So by Monday, when you go to your sales meetings, you can stand up and say, I have 10 new bookings for this month. And I'd recommend you book them in 2 weeks. I always felt that, gosh, after 2 weeks, I might find out that, Columbus was wrong. The world really is flat, going to fall off. You know what I'm saying? So I better get all my business done in 2 weeks. All right. So make that decision to go to work, and then I think, gosh, I think about Nia, who signed up in her Mary Kay business when she was just 18 years old, and I think about how with her family that she's been able to be there in the highs and lows, the ups and downs, the tragedies and the celebrations, to be able to afford to purchase a home with the help of her Mary Kay business, afford to be able to have free car payments so that that money goes into your family finances. How much is your car payment and your insurance payment every single month, and to not have to pay that? And imagine that over the course of a year. What is it, $500? Times 12 months is $6,000. Could you get excited about saving yourself $6,000? Where would you put that money? And to just think, she said yes. And then to be able for her to pass on her legacy to her daughter, Micah. And to see that now she's raising a family with the intention of being able to give her family what her mom gave her. A stay-at-home mom who is rich in so many ways. Personally, professionally, spiritually, ethically, and to be able to have that as a role model, that she gets to walk in those shoes now so that her children can be able to have that. Oh, this is way bigger sense, isn't it? Do you have kids yet? Because it's not what's taught, it's what's caught. And they will begin to realize and learn that a dream takes discipline just by watching. And they'll realize that sometimes you fail, but you pick yourselves up and you go another round just by watching their mom, who might have not made the goal. And all of a sudden, they are in sports and they maybe didn't make their goal. But they watched and they got the lesson. Pick yourself up, brush yourself off, go one more round. What if I wouldn't have signed my Mary Kay consultant agreement? And Nia didn't live that life, and then Micah didn't have the opportunity to live that life. And then my daughter Tiffany, same thing. It's the same thing. She looked at me, and that's the greatest compliment, is it not? To have your daughter want who you are in the world. Wow. And so think about the people that are watching, oh, little eyes upon you, and the influence that you can have in generations to come. What if I didn't sign my Mary Kay consultant's agreement? Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. And then my sister-in-law, Thea, who became a national sales director in the nick of time. Because as a national sales director, she didn't plan that her husband would pass away 3 years ago, and she didn't. What if she had another full-time job? I mean, she literally for 17 months did not pick up a fingernail to do Mary Kay business. And yet every single month she made an income. Every single month her income was anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 every single month, and never even picked up a telephone. Oh, but that she was really glad that she did all that work ahead of time, because only God knows what our future holds. And she was prepared for it. And what if I had not have recruited her, signed my consultant's agreement, and been influential, because Mia really recruited her, and then been influential in her training. And I think of things like that. I think about Mike, who retired at 49 years old, and he was a school teacher, he was a football coach and a baseball coach, and I thought he loved it. Well, he did love it. He loved changing lives and making a difference in those kids' lives. But when he retired at 49 and we were driving home, I thought, wow, this is it. Like, wow, you're only 49, that's young. Wow. And he goes, yeah, I never have to go to that prison again. Is that what you thought and I didn't know? Wow. You know that people running rampant today is disease. Mm-hmm. And that's because people are in a state of dis-ease. Mm-hmm. And when you are in a state of dis-ease because your life is not how you want it to be and your job doesn't allow you to be who you want to be in the world and play your own music, you know what? Your body becomes a conduit for disease. Mm-hmm. Just a thought. And I was able to rescue Mike from that. So today he is on a golf scholarship. I was like, so those are reasons why I think what if. And then I think about this. What company does this? Gives me a free car for 35 years. Mm-hmm. Literally. I have made over $350,000 in free car payments and insurance payments. What company does that? What company gives me 35 free worldwide trips like the one I described to you? What company gives me $12 million for working for them for 41 years? You'll stay at your job for 41 years, and mark my word, I will promise you, you will not make $12 million. Unless you're American national salesman. And what company gives you recognition like Cinderella prizes, like diamonds, like free cars, like free trips, like bar pins that say what your acknowledgement of your achievement is, and parade you across the stage with lights, cameras, action. Mm-hmm. What company does that? Mm-hmm. Seriously, what company allows you to be self-taught and self-made as an entrepreneur? You are right now teaching yourself, and you, with the help of God and the grace that He pours on you, are being self-made as a self-made millionaire in this business. What company allows you to do that? Because when you work for somebody else, you don't ever get to do that. And you know what else? What if I didn't sign my consultant's agreement and the ability and the opportunity to change lives? The confidence that I gained as a woman and as a leader, and to pass that on and to pour into other people to make a difference, you guys have that same opportunity. Show up to go up like you did today. Dress up to go up every single day in your business because you're your billboard. And then work because people will gravitate towards success. It's just the law of the universe. And although you may have something really significant to say, nobody cares until you do something. Then you have a platform. You must earn the right to be influential. And that's called leadership. And every one of us can do it. It's not hard in this business. We book parties. I mean, come on, you go to work and you're always at a party. You book a party, you hold them, you make people feel beautiful, because when they look beautiful, they feel beautiful. That's right. You book more from there, and then you change lives by sharing the opportunity. Stop making it hard. Okay? 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 And what if I didn't sign my agreement? I taught at USC one day because they called and asked, we want a successful entrepreneur to come teach in our business department. Seriously? My dream of becoming a teacher, I got to do that. And I even taught at St. Mary's one time too, same thing. And then that was kind of cool for a day. Because I love teaching you more. And so I'm just sharing with you, there isn't any other company that will acknowledge you and give you what you've earned like Mary Kay. The cash flow, the free trips, the self-confidence, the making a difference, the being influential in other people's lives, the opportunity to call your own shots, to put your family first, and to do it all and have it all and be it all. And so I'm so grateful as I wrap up my Mary Kay career in a year from now. I would hope and pray, if nothing else, that might inspire you to really and truly use your assets to get you to where you want to be able to honor you and celebrate you. You come up to me and say, I was at that program and I became a director because of what you said. I wanted to be a director before you retired. I want to applaud you for that. let me be a part of your success story and watch you become my legacy as I walk out, you walk in. How many of you are game? Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, God bless you. I love you.